Welcome to another day in Shroud of the Avatar. Today we find ourselves in game with Scarface, and on the forums I was asked about dual wielding. And seeing as my character is a character that I've been using that ability with, I thought I would just go through at least my recommendations. There's no wrong way to play this game depending on your style of play. But I thought I would look at how I dual wield, what skills and what abilities we use. Now for those that are unaware, well, we'll need that. That's not what I wanted. Dual wielding is putting two weapons, or two single-handed weapons on you. So you can't dual wield with a pole arm, for instance, because that's a two-handed weapon. Now, to dual wield effectively, what you realistically need to do is there's a couple of abilities you need to work on. One is in the tactics tree, you need your health up as high as you can, the higher the better, simply because you're not going to be able to stop any arrow attacks, magic attacks, or polearm attacks, because you don't have any shield capabilities, so therefore those are going to hit you regardless. Now, the next level that you need to, or the next abilities you need to emphasise on are the ones down here, which work towards your second weapon. So we have parry, which does try and parry off some of the attacks, but won't parry the attacks I talked about earlier. Then we have here the offhand ability, which is another card or tile that will be given to you in your combat pack, which is another attack move. And then you have the strengthening of that ability. I can see a wolf looking at us, and then the wolf decides to come in, so we'll have to show you some offhand attack now. I'm flaming up the sword, which is something else I'll go to in a minute, simply because it adds extra DPS. Quite an easy spell to learn. It helps you, of course, do away with your target. So, as I say, the offhand defense gives you a greater parrier modifier, and then of course this one here increases the damage of the second weapon. Of course, in the blades you want to work as much in the blade tree as you can, working mostly on damage, of course, and also this one down here at least getting me up to weapon damage 1, which for me was level 76. I assume it will be the same for all other players, even though I'm uncertain. Then you've got here, you've got blade speed, which means your attacks will be faster. And then you have your weapon critical modifier, which again means that your sword's multiples become better at attack. Then of course each of these abilities, levelling them up, is also handy because you're primarily using swords. Now the other abilities that help is in the fire tree. It's this one here, which is the ignite weapon, which you only have to get this to level 20, which is a punch in a few wolves and such like. And then you can learn ignite weapon, which adds more damage, or chance of adding more damage. And then the one below it is also handy, especially early on. It gives you an extra fire damage around yourself, so anybody attacking you will get fire damage. So that's also a handy one. And if you want to draw them out, instead of running in and drawing too many, you can use something like fire arrow as well. The others are down to preference of play. I thought I would play with the fire tree a bit until I got to this one where I need to do a quest, which I will be doing some time. But these ones are handy for dual wielding, because you're going to be doing a lot of close hand combat. can use things like the searing ray, and I do use blind in mine. But, no, I wouldn't say it's important. There are loads of other little tiles that you might find helpful to your style of play. So those are the main things you need to work on. You need to work on, of course, on your sword tree and on your tactics tree, mostly going down this side here. There are some stances here if you want to play with to see if they work for your style of play as well. Those are the main things you need to know about dual wielding. You have to be prepared also in combat to actually withdraw from combat, because you don't want to die, of course, because you lose durability on your weapons as well as some XP points. So let's just go and see this in combat. Let's just see if anybody else is in the area. I don't think they are. Oh, good. Let's just go and find some mobs. They're not walking up, but we've got some up here. So here's our first victim, so I'm going to ignite the weapon. There was the offhand one. Let's see if I just go through these. This is the offhand one that we had. And that tile doesn't use any focus, so it's a very, very handy tile when you're dual wielding. But every attack that he's made at us has pretty much succeeded, because we can't defend against. Let's see if we can see him at 2 glancing points. No, so you can't do any defense against the pole arm. Now, if they're swords, if they're two-handed swords or things like that, you can easily parry them. You're not going to parry a... The other thing to learn is your extra abilities. So here we have the quadruple slash, made up of the single and the double, because those can help a lot. Here are your extra damage. And there is another one which I can't see at the moment. That one and that one. Not that one. That one. That one there gives us the saw sweep, which is your second ability. So it's handy to learn those as well, or understand how those work in your deck building. And again, you can create your deck building to make it come up a little bit more popular, or often. That is essentially what two-handed weapons are all about. So you can see we're just going to flame up. And we're going to use our abilities. Blind just puts a negative thingy on them, so their chance of parrying your attack is decreased. So I've got the wrong one again because those keys bound too close together. Also remember to put your swords away so you recover quicker. But that in essence is pretty much all there is to know about dual wielding in the game. If I have missed something, or would like to ask any questions, please do feel free to leave them in the comment section below. Also, if you haven't subscribed, if you subscribe to the channel, you'll get to know when more of my content comes out. And thank you for watching.